during the interview, I show all whatever I learned in ITB. I show everything, I show this is what I learned, this is what I learned, I know this all thing. Then they were so impressed.
Yeah.
Manager is so impressed. And then the first week I joined the company, they invite me to one of the meeting of the problem.
To solve the problem. Well, hi.
Hi.
Hello, Lai. How are you?
Fine.
Fine. Why do you look scared?
No. It's
No,
like
not at all.
because it's Sunday, so I it's not something that I'm going to do during the Sunday.
What do you usually do on Sunday?
Housework, playing with my babies.
So helping your wife with the houseworks?
Yeah, actually, I'm doing not helping.
You're the one who's doing.
Yes.
Because she's taking care of the baby.
Yes.
A very good husband. Nice. So I think the last time we met was 2017. It was when I went to Malaysia, right? With Bulusi.
Yes, Bulusi.
We had a chit chat in one of the mall. I forgot the name of the mall. KLCC, and then in the evening we had this dinner with all the food trucks.
Yes.
It was very nice memory. I really miss going back to Malaysia, but because of the pandemic, I think it's impossible, right?
Yeah, even we want me and my family want to go to Bandung to visit you all, but it's just because of the pandemic. Yeah, so hopefully, but when the vaccine kick in, then the pandemic will over soon.
Yeah, have you been vaccinated?
No. But most of my classmates already take the vaccine.
Yeah, I saw them on Facebook, so I thought you got one too because you're a pharmacist, right? Officially.
I'm pharmacist, but I'm not the frontliner.
You're what?
Not the frontliner.
So the one who's working in the hospital, who's meeting the patient. Okay.
Yes. Most of my classmates, they all work in the hospital, so they all the first category for the vaccination. So most of them already take the vaccine.
Okay. So tell us, what do you do now? Because you're not the frontliner, so what are you?
I'm now a quality manager in the pharmaceuticals contract manufacturers. My products mostly is oral dosage form. So this is actually my fourth role. Previously, I was in productions for I think more than 7 years. Yeah. So this is the first time I joined the quality assurance department as a manager. So it's a challenge for me.
So you moved to different company.
Yes.
It's different from where you started, right?
Yes. I've been.
Which company is it? You can mention. I mean.
Oh yeah, good sign. It's one of the contract manufacturers. Yeah.
Oh, it's like a toll manufacturing companies.
Yeah, it's a contract manufacturer. We help other companies to do the manufacturing in Malaysia. It's quite a new company.
I see.
Yeah. So currently, also I help them to develop the R&D and also the quality side. Yeah.
Is it a Malaysian company or
a Malaysian company? So yeah, it's a quite a new setup company now. So pretty had a lot of things that need to be settled. So yeah, most likely they have we currently is in the mid of checking with others company on their products, whether we can continue their contract manufacturers in Malaysia.
Okay. So because I remember you started in Pharma Niaga.
Yes.
You are completely different with your friends because they all started in a hospital, right? And that was the rule in Malaysia.
Yes.
Then you broke the rules and you started directly in the pharmaceutical industry. So can you tell us about that?
Actually, I would say it's because of ITB, because previously back to Malaysia before I come to ITB, I have no idea there's an industry pharmacist role.
Ah.
I have no idea at all.
So when people talk about pharmacy, what you know is
Clinical
it's the
pharmacist.
pharmacy or the hospital. Yes, the clinical.
Yes.
Okay.
So because in Malaysia, most of the pharmacy school they only offer clinical. So so before I come to ITB, the first thing I think is, oh, I'm going to work in the hospitals. But because after I joined ITB pharmacy school, and the course that actually I took is pharmaceutical science and technologies. I gained my interest in the manufacturing, research and development, this field. So and I think in year 3, I already decided to myself saying that, no, I'm not going to be a clinicals. I'm going to a different pathway, and even a lot of people advise me, it's very hard in Malaysia because not famous or not familiar with the process. Even the route of go to the pharmaniaga is by myself, because everything is, even in Malaysia government, the pharmacies board, they have no such thing in a fresh students to enter to the industrial areas. So as a pharmacy student, so I've been working through it and deal with the government and check how to be an industrial pharmacist in issues. So yeah, from there I step by one step. Now I'm already 7 years in the industry. Yeah.
How long did it take? I mean, like compared to your friends who started with the hospital, right? Because you say like you approach it personally and then you did it step by step. Did it take longer than your friends, or?
Yes, actually,
since
because
it was not very familiar, right?
Yes, because actually most of them, like I'm graduate around October 2012, and most of them get the offer from hospital. Even myself, I got the hospital offer from University Malaysia Hospital, and I reject it.
Okay.
It's a lot
because you don't want it, right? I mean, like
it's not what I want.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
this decision actually a lot angry with me. A lot of people scold me because actually it's very hard to get into a University Malaysia's Malaya hospital. So but I still insist to follow my dream, what I want. So it take longer time, and my first job is Pharmaniaga, which is chose around February 2013. So yeah, it's a bit.
It didn't take that long, apparently.
Yeah, it's not that long, but I've been working in go through the government's departments to find out how I'm going to be a training pharmacist in Malaysia as an industrial pharmacist, because it's a bit different compared to clinicals in pharmacists who is working in hospital. There's a step by step, like, or you go through an interview in the government servant, then you get an offer from the hospitals, then you go to hospital. But for myself, I need to go to approach the industrial pharmaceutical company by myself, and then after that I need to take all the offer letter and go and see the government, the pharmacy board, to get their agreement saying that yes, you can proceed with it's different. Yeah, it's, if I would say that I'm the first batch that go through this system, which is
so you created history. So Lai is a legend, apparently. I'm talking a legend.
It's not legend. It's like the white rat of the.
So after that, there were some people following your journey, or you were the first and then the last one who did this?
There's a lot of people after that been joining the industrial pharmacies.
Okay, nice.
Through the same way what I did.
Yeah, so you changed the mindset actually, right? Because people think like pharmacy was clinical, but then
yes.
So like you're opening people mind by opening this path actually, because you're the one who's opening this path, and then people join it, right? Probably extremely saying.
They actually, during that time, the pharmacies board in Malaysia actually they already started this program, but no one want to initiate, no one want to join it because it's something that new, And during that time, I would say the salary of working in the hospitals is higher.
Much higher or just higher?
It's much higher.
Okay.
Yes. So that's why no one actually, I'm not saying no one, but not many people will consider in the industrial. Yeah.
Okay. So back to the early days. You were born in Malaysia, right?
Yes.
Which country?
Malaysia.
No, yeah, Malaysia is a country, but then you have a states, right?
Yeah, I'm
sorry, I said it wrongly. So it was state. It is state.
Kuala Lumpur.
Kuala Lumpur. So
yes.
you were born in Kuala Lumpur, and then you did your study until high school, probably there.
Yes.
And then you had the pre-uni, right, in Malaysia.
Yes, actually, they were combined. I'm studying STPM, which is one of the high school cert, which consider a pre-U certificate.
Oh, so it's both high school and pre-U already in the same.
Yes.
And then afterwards, how did you end up in ITB? I mean, like, did you choose pharmacy first, or did you choose, oh, I want to study in Indonesia, and I saw ITB, and I chose pharmacy. So which one went first?
Pharmacy first. So
pharmacy first.
Yes, definitely it's pharmacy. It's because of pharmacy that I know about ITB. So it's because after there's a education fair in Malaysia. It's very famous. It's like almost every two times per year. There's a education fair for a person like a fresh grad student from high school or pre-U to go in to look for the university that want. So actually I was with my friends, and we want to look for the pharmacy school in Malaysia. So we also consider is there any opportunity in overseas. So I think we find one of the agent that actually introduced ITB in the pharmacy school, because they asked me, oh, what do you want to study? I say, a pharmacy school. Then they straight away introduce, okay, this is a very good school. ITB, at the time they say ITB. ITB is a very good school. It's one of the top in Indonesia. Then I was like, okay, this is the first time I heard about ITB.
But you've heard Indonesia before, right? I mean, Bandung?
Definitely. Bandung, actually, no. I know Jakarta and Indonesia. That's the only city that I know.
But you know Sirup Bandung, at least, like Sirup Bandung.
Honestly, I don't know Sirup Bandung. That Bandung actually one of the state in
the city in Indonesia.
I have no idea actually.
Yeah.
So actually, it's a very new thing during that time. So then I do some research. I do some research on internet and find, yes, what the agent say is right. I think as I know, during that time I found that ITB have very fantastic program in pharmacy school. So I was thinking, okay, what I go and have a take a chance for taking the entrance exam that from the ITB. So and I get the offer.
Okay, well,
so
before you started studying, so you started on 2008, right, in ITB, and then you did some research, I heard, and then so what were your expectations, I mean, about ITB? Because, like, you know, this person and the agent told you, like, oh, this is one of the top university in Indonesia, so I guess you have had already some expectation, right? So what were your expectations about the life itself, or you only did some research with the uni, or you also did the research about Bandung and also Indonesia?
Honestly, I only did for the research on but what I heard from my friends, like from Indonesia, they say, oh, Bandung is a good city. It's very cool weather. It seems like one of the city we have here is Cameron Highland, which is cold weather. So he said very suitable to stay. It's a young city. So more full of youngsters that are who study university. So definitely should to be staying there as university. So it made me like, oh, okay.
And so you have some Indonesian friends before you went?
Yeah. Okay. So because we do have very close. We are very close. Malaysia and Indonesia is very close. So
okay.
So I do have Indonesian friends before. Yeah, definitely I need to do some more research on Bandung because I have no idea what before I.
Okay, so were your expectations fulfilled, or it's over that? I mean, like, was it overestimated or it was underestimated? Like, oh no, like when you came to Bandung, it's not what I expected, or it was beyond your expectation.
Actually, it's beyond my expectation. I didn't really found that the weather is very nice.
Yeah.
My joy very nice, and the facilities, the mall they have, and I'm sorry, but during that time, currency of the Malaysia is strong, so I'm a very rich man. Then,
Really? But now it's not that far, I guess, right?
now it's not that far. Even when I fourth year, it's totally back to like I'm average. But first year is quite strong Malaysia ringgit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
when I join, it's like I'm so enjoying my life in Bandung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then how about the ITB itself? I mean, like the people, like the academic environment, I mean, including your friends, either it's Malaysian or Indonesian. How is it?
First thing that I'm worried is language.
Yeah.
Because yes, I'm from Malaysia. I definitely know some Bahasa Malaysia, but it's not that strong. And compared to, and I heard from my Indonesian friend, they say it's a bit different, and some of the word is different. So
Yeah.
might have some miscommunication. And during the study, that is what I'm concerned about. I just worry that the lecturer is not good in English, so that might make me concerned. So, but when I joined the first class or the first semester, I found no, I think I can understand.
You can follow, right?
I can follow, and actually is good enough. And actually, I'm not saying good enough, but actually, it's very great in English speaking, and this make me less worried about my academic, because that's the first thing that I worry. But I think is meet the expectation that the English is fine. The language is not a barrier for the study. Yeah.
So you because you were in the international class, so I guess all of them are Malaysian, right?
Yes.
All the students were Malaysian, but now we have like some Indonesian students as well in the international class. But how was your connection with the Indonesian student? Like, I mean, like, if it was with Malaysian and Malaysian, then probably the culture, you didn't feel the culture difference, right? The cultural difference. But how is your connection with the Indonesian students?
The connection with Indonesian student, actually we did practicals lab together. So even in the first year, second year, I think throughout the 4 years, we have meet each other during the practicals. Maybe the first 2 years we are not that close because of our academic and the cultures, and we are a bit fear to join the local, I mean the Indonesians. So because
what were you afraid of?
because it was like when you are in a group of Malaysians and have a group of Indonesia, it's very hard to us for mix together.
Yeah.
But when we go to third year and fourth year, we start to evolve of like lab assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you helped me with being a lab assistant, right?
Yes, lab assistant.
Pharmacokinetics.
And then when, for example, the fourth year, the final year projects, actually I stay in the lab for like 10 days. Stay.
You didn't go home?
I go home to take a bath and come back.
Okay.
And that time actually because we're sharing the lab, and I think the connection is getting stronger and stronger, because we need to discuss, we need to share our outcome, what is from our finish, because when we following the same our docent means same financial docent, so our research might be
like supervisors.
Supervisor, yes.
You're in the same group.
Same group. So
you can mention your supervisor name. She will be very happy.
You will see. My favorite. Even now we have contact each other.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. And she came to my wedding.
Yeah, I saw the pictures. She was with Ibu Marlia, right?
Yes.
It's really nice. She also met some of your friends who are in Malaysia, I guess.
Yeah. Actually, I did invite quite numbers, but unfortunately they can't join. So
Okay.
back to the connection. So from there we gain our, like, for example, like we need to fight for this final year project. So we have to, like, how to say, a team spirit.
Yes.
So even though if like a Malaysian and Indonesia, we didn't really think about that anymore. So we are like, oh, we are one team. We want to finish our year projects, want to graduate. So from there, the connection is getting stronger.
And you also had the opportunity to went to Australia to did some research, right?
Yes. Yeah, it is.
I remember.
Actually,
You were with Shuan.
yes, because of I think it's a big thanks to Ibu Lucy. Actually, she's the one who set up this opportunity for both of us. So we managed to go to Australia to go to one of the hospital, Concord Hospital, to do some clinical study on the hospital base. So from there, actually, we learn a lot of, like, how the trial go through, how the project go through, and then definitely working experience with foreigners is one of the challenge for us, and we managed to handle. So big thanks.
How long were you there?
I think 2 months.
2 months.
During our
so it was before you did your final year project, right?
And it did actually,
it's like the summer holiday.
Yes, it did actually help us a lot when we deal with our final year project, because it's like a pre approach with the trial. Yeah.
Nice. So when you started working in Pharma Niaga, and after Pharma Niaga, you moved to this company directly, or you?
No. I've been through.
I thought you were in GSK, right?
Yes.
Before I interviewed Ujang, and he was also in GSK. Okay, such a coincidence.
Actually, I've been in 4 companies. This is my 4th company. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've been my first company is in PharmaNiaga.
Yeah.
So I've been there actually to have my pharmacist training. I mean, because in Malaysia's pharmacy board, actually, the first year after the graduation, we need to go through a training. So it's like we call PRP program, pre-registered pharmacist program. So we need to go through 1 year. So once we complete all the program, then we'll be officially become a FRP. We call fully registered pharmacist. So and after that, I've been in PharmaNiaga now 2 years. Then I look for a better opportunity.
Okay.
And I go to one of the local company as well, Hobbit. Hobbit, actually, I've been there for 1 year. It's just we go through a lot of things inside, because they have a new setup of the factories. So I've been in the machines training, and also purchase as this all. So but unfortunately, it's just 1 year there. Then after that, I joined GSK. Yeah.
Okay.
So GSK actually will be in, like I think 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
So when we met in Malaysia, you were still in GSK, right?
Yes.
Because that's what I remember. I thought you were still in GSK, but apparently you're no longer there. So you started working in this new company last year, or?
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
When you started working in probably all of the companies that you can remember, most of your colleagues are from different universities, right? I mean, like, I think most of them are probably from Malaysian universities. How did you feel as an ITB alumnus there?
From what I seeing is I have a very strong manufacturing and analysis, and also R&D base. compared to them. So definitely talking about products or the manufacturing, everything's I will have very strong base on this compared to them, which is a benefit from me when I handling this kind of issue on in productions. So I always have the idea what is going on.
So you think your what is it, the good way to say, so you have like a very strong knowledge there, right, because of what you have studied in ITB?
Yes.
Yeah. And you have stronger knowledge compared to this your colleagues, or you can say that, right? I mean, like compared to them who studied in different universities.
Even they are the one who actually comment it to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they acknowledge it.
Yeah, they acknowledge that because definitely then when they know that I'm a pharmacist, actually like this is they have the intention. They have the first impression is he's come from a clinicals.
Oh.
I mean, it's like in Malaysia, in general, people think that pharmacists come from general, so clinicals. So when I joined in industrials, they was think that okay, these pharmacists have no knowledge.
Oh, so that's what your senior said.
Yes, they will say that these pharmacies have no knowledge of manufacturing, no knowledge of productions. They don't know anything.
Yeah.
Because they thought that I'm come from clinicals.
Yeah.
So the impression is when even though during the interview, I very remember my first company. During the interview, I show all whatever I learned in ITB. I show everything, I show this is what I learned, this is what I learned, I know this all thing. Then they were so impressed.
Yeah.
Manager is so impressed. And then the first week I joined the company, they invite me to one of the meeting of the problem.
To solve the problem.
Yes.
Already.
Yes.
And started.
and I did it.
Yes.
I did it. Which is when they ask me where you come from, I say, ITB from Indonesia. They will say, oh, what university? That I will think, because honestly, it's not really famous in Malaysia that people know about ITB. And then I would say, okay, this is Institute Technology Bandung, and we are very strong in pharmaceutical science in pharmaceutical science. So that's why this company made me become capable to understand these all problems and able to manage it. So that impressed. Even when I remember the first company, when they want to have any vacant in pharmacies, they're looking for ITB alumni instead of they more prefer on ITB.
Yeah, because after that, some of your friends also join in Pharma Niaga, right? I remember Yati and also Aina. I guess Aina was also in Pharma Niaga. But besides the knowledge, what else do you think that makes you feel like, like I'm very fortunate that I started in ITB? I mean, probably like the soft skill, the communication skill, or other things besides knowledge.
I would say on how to handle situation and issue, because I'm not sure in other university, but in ITB, the final year project is by person, it's not in group. And the way that my supervisor guide me is really in a harsh way. No, but it grow me, and then she really grow me in way how I handle. She not going. I remember she's not going to give you the solution. She always guide you to make you think to the solution that you want. So she's not going to tell you, okay, this is what you need to do. Okay, you do it, then you get the result. No, she never do it. She always like, you think about it.
Yes, because that's what you have also in professional life, right? When you meet problem, then
yes.
If you cannot solve it, you probably read some books or literatures, but it will not give like a direct answer. It guides you, right?
Yes. And this is make me when I join a new company, I will definitely read through all their policy, everything, and this characters is actually come from ITB, which is I always do this, and my colleague is very impressed because they know that Leonard means they call me Leonard. Lai is actually know everything about the SOP and the policy. So this is what I learned from ITB because, and also come from my supervisor. She asked us to read a lot of things. So it made me feel that, yes, I need to read first and I can understand so I can have move on from the solution. Yeah.
Okay, so probably the last question, unfortunately. So, well, for instance, after this, after I share this on YouTube or other social media platform, and someone approach you, and he or she is probably a parent of someone or someone who wants to continue their study in pharmacy, what would you say about Pharmacy ITB?
What would I say to pharmacy? I say it's a good school. And it helps you to learn how to be independent in your study. So and definitely if you interest like what I'm doing now as an industry pharmacist, I think ITB is I would say best school, best.
And how about living in Bandung?
Living in Bandung, I can't sure now because few years didn't join.
I guess you only remember the food, probably.
Honestly, even my wife now actually is like, oh, you still like the food in Bandung? I say yes, it's very nice.
So she cook you Indonesian food?
No, we order from Indonesian restaurants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, I need to eat like Indonesian foods like every month at least. And it's weird because I'm Chinese. Chinese usually not really go for Indonesian in Malaysia, Indonesian food. No.
Why?
Yeah, really, because
mostly Malay or probably the Indonesian people who's working there, right? I think.
Yeah, but it's very weird that sometimes people look at me like, hey, just Chinese, why come to this restaurant?
Well, I'm partly Indonesian, I've been living in Indonesia.
You
can say that.
I would say, oh no, I'm staying in Bandung for 4 years, so that's why I like Indonesian food.
Well, Lai, thank you very much for this. It has been very fascinating to talk to you, and thank you very much for sharing your experiences about ITB, about living in Bandung. And I wish you all the success and stay healthy. Yeah. And please send my warm regards to your wife and your 3-month-old son.
4 years. 4
months old.
Yes, 4 months.
What's his name?
Liam.
Oh, okay. I hope to see you soon. So I'll bring my daughter and then you bring your son so they can play together.
Sure.
Yeah, hopefully this pandemic will end soon, right? So we can meet in person and not virtually.
Yeah. Don't worry. I think if the pandemic is over, definitely I will plan a trip to Bandung.
Well, let me know. Okay, thank you and see you. Have a nice, the rest of the weekend. Have a nice day.
You too.
Yeah, see you. Bye.
Okay, bye.